Hi parents, it's Miss Graham. I'm back with you today and we're going to go over what we call 10 frames. This is a 10 frame. We use this quite often in class and we will continue using it because it helps with different things. We call it a 10 frame because it has 2 rows of 5 that equal 10. So there's 10 empty blocks. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that's what makes it a 10 frame. Now this allows students to be able to see the anchor of 5 and 10. And what I mean by that, it helps the children with number sense. So we know that if this whole complete 10 frame is full, then without having to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, if we fill it up, we automatically know that we then have 10. So it also eliminates a lot of time in adding or subtracting if you're using the 10 frame for that skill. Now, because it helps to organize students' thoughts and increases those math fluency skills, if we were to fill that top row up with 5 and we leave the bottom row empty, students will automatically be able to say, when asked, how many circles do we have in our 10 frame, because we automatically know that this equals 10. So if we were to incorporate or add 5 across the top and leave the 5 bottom ones open, students will be able to look at this and quickly be able to answer, I have 5 spaces covered in my 10 frame, without having to count using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because we already know. And you'll want to remind the students a couple of times after, and they'll hear it in class as well as at home. And if we practice the same type of math talk at home, they'll definitely become more fluent when practicing the skill. So tell themselves, or tell yourself, I automatically know that my diagram holds 10. When it's complete, I have a complete whole 10 frame. When it's half full, then I have only 5 complete in my 10 frame. So we want to make sure that we emphasize when it's full, meaning all the spaces are covered, that it's 10. Without having to count them, without having to look at it too long, we automatically know that it's 10 because that's our basis. That's where we are, and that's how many blocks that this 10 frame occupies. So again, if we only fill it up halfway, then we know, because we have 5 spaces on the top and 5 spaces on the bottom, that our number then would be 5 if we only have it half full. So just think that if you know the top and the bottom row can only hold 5 each, when we look at them and we look at the 10 frame quickly, it makes it much easier to count. So for example, if we know the top row is going to give us 5 and the bottom row is going to give us 5, and we said, all right, tell me how many you see in your 10 frame. Well, my friends are automatically going to know that the top is 5, so they won't have to stop and count. After knowing that that 5 is there, you then drop down to the bottom and say 6, 7. So in your mind, you're able to organize that number quickly without having to do tally marks or do a whole bunch of dots at the bottom. It kind of organizes that thought process for you so that you can quickly formulate an answer when asked. So this is how we use the 10 frame. And I'll show you in later videos the different things that we can do with the 10 frame. I hope you enjoyed the 10 frame tutorial, and I'll see you next time.